Hi, welcome back to the Teal Raven. This is the fourth podcast, and today is June 28th, 2018. 1998? No, 2018. I was very sick last week. I had pneumonia, and I went to the doctor, and this was at urgent care in California, and he took some chest x-rays of me because I had a wheeze. And he goes, well, yeah, you're sick, but everything looks clear, so I'm going to give you some Vicodin, and this will make you feel better. Yeah, it'll make me feel better. Of course it will. It's Vicodin. The next day I go to a regular doctor, my regular physician, not an urgent care physician. And she looks at the chest x-rays, and she goes, well, Terry, you've got pneumonia. I said, well, I kind of feel run down. I could barely breathe. So she said, okay, nebulizer, inhaler, Augmentin, take all this stuff for 10 days, come back and see me after 7 days, and if you still have a wheeze, we'll try something more aggressive. Well, after 7 days, I went back, and I was feeling 100% better. I still have a little bit of a cough, but nothing like what it was. And I don't feel like I'm breathing inside of a hot sack anymore, which was terrible because it was 107 degrees outside, and inside my lungs it felt like it was another 107 degrees. So it's been a long week. Let's just put it that way. Didn't get a lot done. In fact, I got a lot undone more than I got done. Things I know to be true. You can save just about any meal with sour cream. Found that to be true. No matter how badly you botch a recipe, you can throw some sour cream on that and people will eat it. This is some yarn I picked up. This is from Black Sheep Dye Works. It's the cutest little tag. Isn't that adorable? And look at this yarn. This is called Cinnabar. And they nailed that name, Cinnabar. The only other name I could think of that might come close is is it Sriracha hot sauce? But I think Cinnabar is perfect. Beautiful, beautiful deep red, and kind of an orangey red. I'm going to use this. It's a sport weight. It's a little bit heavier than I normally use, but I'm going to make this continuous cabled snugs. There's the picture of them out of this red. And of course those are going to my dear Kelly because she has loved red since she was old enough to say what color she liked best in the world, so about 2 years old. And it really hasn't changed, although she says she likes rainbow colors now. But yeah, red has always been her go-to color. All right, what I've got going on here, I've got a new bag to show you. This is from April 9 Designs. Cost me $27. It's an otter bag. Oh my God, an otter bag. Otters are my favorite. That's what my tattoo is of, otter. It's got a little otter knit marker right here, a little charm. This pin I bought separately. This is a little featherweight sewing machine. I have a little featherweight in the other room. So anyway, neat features of this bag right here on the top. Zips from either end. Opens up. Look at that. A little tape measure knit on or stitched on the inside. Real beautiful lining and everything. And she covered this section here and here between the zippers so that you can pull your project out, zip it up, and when you pull the thread out, it's on that fabric. It's not on the teeth of the zipper. So it's really nice. I totally recommend this bag. It's just beautiful. Now, what's living in this bag is a work in progress. This sock I have ripped out 3 times. The third time we ripped it out, I gave it to John and I said, frog it. Okay, I can't handle it. And frogging a sock, for those of you who don't knit, when you frog a sock, you unravel it, and it makes a sound when you're unraveling it, and that's called ripping it. Rip it, rip it, rip it. So frogging. So I had the sock frog by John, and I wound it. This is the sock, District 9 again. I just love this color. And then I don't know I just had this little skein of red, and I don't know what color it is other than red, and I don't know the maker or anything like that. So I'm just putting in a simple little vanilla heel, and this is the sock, little stripe here at the top, and then I'll put in a red toe as well. And these are for John. I promised him, so I took the last 2 pair of socks for myself, so those will go to John, and that means I have to knit for his big foot, which takes forever, but he's so grateful. You gotta love a husband who's grateful. Another work in progress, living in my Mrs. Brown's bag, which I showed you before. I'm trying my hand at brioche knitting. Now the colors I'm using, these are skinny singles from Hedgehog Fibers. And skinny singles means it's 100 grams of yarn. So it's a lot less yarn than that red that I showed you earlier, the Cinnabar. These are much smaller skeins. Okay, and this color, oh my God, this color is Wish. Is that beautiful? And the other color I got is Boombox to go with it. Wish and Boombox. Both Hedgehog Fibers. Oh my God. So I am working on brioche, which is, just have this, I can't even show you. This is a terrible example. I can't even show you. I will show you next time what brioche is. It's kind of a double knit feeling. You knit one direction, and then you slide the work back on the needle and knit that same direction again. And then you flip the work over and you purl, and then you slide it over back to the beginning and purl back again. And it makes a double layer of fabric. Very gorgeous, very thick, luxurious fabric. And I will have much more on that next week. Oh, excuse me. All right, this is going to be a fairly short podcast. I am going to be working on a piece by Joji Locatelli, who is one of my favorite designers. She did a mystery knit along where you got clues for like 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and you finished a shawl. Well, after the mystery knit along was over, I didn't participate in the knit along. She just released the whole pattern, and I fell in love with the shawl. And this is the shawl. It's echoes of color, and that's Joji herself modeling the shawl. Isn't that pretty? It's so lightweight and beautiful. And the colors I've chosen to work the shawl in, you've seen this before. This is that Heisenberg blue that I showed you in my second podcast, named after the drug in Breaking Bad. So that's going to be my pop of color. Lolo did it's Folsom, kind of a steely gray. I've been kind of leaning towards these steely grays lately. And then this is the Fiesta Fibers Baby Boom in vanilla. So these 3 colors, those are the two colors, and then this is the pop of color that's going to be going on. So that should be cast on next week, and hopefully I have a few inches done by then. I love striped shawls like this because you can be knitting and you feel like you're making progress because you're like, just one more stripe, and you can get it done. Okay, I'm going to pause this video now, which I don't normally like to do, but I want to show you the quilt that I've been making for the girls. I've been promising you this for a while. This is the quilt. Okay, it's by Quilt Addicts Anonymous. It's called Kaleidoscope. It's a king-size quilt. Now I'm going to pause this video and hopefully I can start it back up again. And I'll show you it laid out on the bed. Here is the quilt laid out on the bed. And that is the center medallion. King-size quilt. They're enormous. Look at this thing. It goes all the way down. I'm now just quilting these last corners, these corner pieces. Did some fun work here in the center. Oh my God, there's a lot of dog hair. Okay, we're not going to look at that. There's one you can see from a distance. Kind of diagonal pieces that I did up in those. Circulars, little circles in there. Whole thing. Oh, it's been such a labor of love. Truly. All right, I'm going to take and go back to the other room now. One of the things I'm doing on that quilt, and I'm going to do this from now on, is I remembered from my art class, Jackson Pollock, he used to put his handprint on his paintings, and he would sign his paintings, but he would also put his handprint on the painting somewhere, and I loved that idea. So I traced my hand and I have that quilted around. I quilted around my hand, and I have that on one of the blocks. And what I'm going to do is put my signature and date inside that handprint, so the girls will always have my signature inside my handprint like that. So that is about it. Next week I'm going to be talking about making the little soup bowl holders. They're pot holders. You put your, let me put it this way, you put your soup bowl in this, you put it in the microwave, and when you take it out, you just hold it by these edges and you carry it out, and then you hold it, and it keeps from burning your hand. So they're great for college kids and stuff. And I'm going to show you how to make those, they're so simple. It's going to take no time at all. And then I'll show you my works in progress, and maybe I'll even have a finished object by then of socks. You never know. So I wanted to say thank you again for watching. If you like what you see, please click subscribe, and I will keep doing these. Talk to you later. Bye.